Hi, this is Camilla, and it's Equinox. So happy spring and for the Northern Hemisphere. And I'm going to be doing an oracle reading from my Sacred Spirits of Gaia oracle deck, which is a companion to my book, which has a story of how I connected with fairies and ancestors and spirits of nature. And this reading is really focused on who to make relationship with from nature, those spirits, those some physical, maybe an animal or a tree, but also it might be unseen realms like a fairy or a gnome. And so we'll get right to it. I was told to do 3 cards, and so you can pick a number right now, 1, 2, 3, or if you want to do all of them, feel free. You can have a reading that includes all the cards because they'll be the energies for the spring. And as we know, as we're feeling probably, at times a lot of joy and bliss and really receiving these amazing energies and blessings, but it also can be very challenging. I'm kind of going through all of it. I feel a lot of ascension symptoms as I'm opening more and more, as we all are. And so blessings to all of you too through this passage, especially March, right? Okay, so to pick 1, 2, this one, 3. All righty. And I want to thank Andrea for her, Dumbecki for her beautiful designs for this deck. She's quite the fairy priestess herself. Okay, so number 1, if you pick the number 1 card, okay, this is night creatures, go outside at night. So I'm going to bring through the messages as well as what I learned about and connected to in creating this deck. And so this is, to me, an invitation for those of you who chose this or feeling this is to really invite in the lunar energies. We're such a solar daytime kind of culture. And so thinking about or working with those that are associated with the moon. So that's like the feminine, right? It's the intuitive, it's the dark time of journeying, the inward time, that energy of ebb and flow. I've been working with a lot of clients, and that seems to be a really important theme, is to learn the ebb and flow, like how the moon and the full moon affects the tides and creates higher tides. And so recognizing that at some times our life is very flowing and at other times it's ebbing. And or also even that word like dormant, like in the winter, there's a real dormancy. And then in spring, like nature comes alive again. So allowing yourself to have those periods. And there is a calling from these beings that are out at the night. I was reading somewhere, it was so sweet about, in the daytime we're used to all these different creatures around, certain birds we see, certain animals. And then at night, like those ones kind of retreat. And then at night, a whole nother group of animals, like the raccoons and the moths and the bats. And sometimes like right at dusk, you can see or experience the bats coming out, right? When the birds may be going to bed, the bats are coming out. So really rejoicing in the creatures of the night and that they have messages for you. They want to work with you. They want you to be outside at night, maybe do night walks. That would be a great thing to add to your exercise routine or your meditation, is to go out in the dark and walk in the woods. It's one of my favorite things as a kid, going out at night and walking in the woods in the dark, seeing if you can find your way without tripping over the roots, or just sit out on your lawn at night. And yeah, really embrace the darkness embrace the cycles of the planets, the stars, the cosmos. Can feel the trees coming in too. And when I've been connecting them more recently, they're always like, look up, Camilla, cosmos. That's what we're all about. And so remembering that, yeah, we're earthly beings, but we come from the cosmos. We're connected. We need to be connected to the sun, the moon, the stars, the greater mystery. And I notice when we're connected in that way, sort of in that secret witness, higher delight of oneness with all of the cosmos, all of the celestial bodies and their rhythms and flow, that all of the human things just don't feel as important. Even the hard things, they just feel, I'll get through this. Like there's a bigger story going on than my smaller ones. So I think that's something that wants to be said. Yeah, so invite you for that nighttime activity or meditation, or whatever. Okay, so number 2. Ooh, a willow tree, dance with flowing grace. And this came in so strongly. I just did a video that was really popular. Check it out on the grandmother willow, her spirit messages. So if you pick this, I would encourage you to go back and check that video out. And also work with water. Grandmother Willow is a watery one. She loves to go by water. The video that I did with the grandmother was right on the Columbia River, right near Vancouver, right in Vancouver, Washington, across from Portland, Oregon. And so I encourage you to go to bodies of water. If you can find a willow, I'd spend time there. And willow really is an invitation to move, to dance, as she says. And in that we flow. Like I've heard that from other friends, sort of navigating ascension process, processing a lot of emotions in the past, integrating a lot. Like we need to move, we need to exercise, we need to dance, we need to flow, we need to allow the movement in us. And even when we're accepting all this beautiful cosmic energy, all the solar codes, all this beautiful love and light and healing, or if you're doing that with someone, it's not about holding on to that. It's not about, oh, I've got all this and then holding. It's about letting it through all the way. And I think that's a good message about abundance too, because we're used to like, oh my God, I have more money, I can put it in savings and hold it. It's like, no, the universe actually wants us to circulate our money, circulate our energy, circulate love, healing, everything. So she's quite the teacher of that. And that can really help break up like stagnancy, congestion, resentment, like relationship issues. Let's see what else she wants to say. I want to share this story from one of my clients. She gave me permission to share this, but she had an experience that was kind of traumatic for her, or was kind of shut down some of her passion and joy. She was a ballet dancer. She injured herself, but she also went through that experience of her teachers not encouraging her to continue because of her body type. And so there was sort of this adult authority figure who was shutting down her passion and joy of ballet in some way. And so I've been working with her, and Willow came in, and I could see the tree show up. And so this is like tree spirit medicine or energy medicine with trees, the work that I do. And the willow came with its branches and just surrounded, like held her from behind and held her still, kind of like this, like holding her like this, and just like containing her, because she was really like bopping around during the session. It was really hard for her to settle. And I think it was because this memory was coming up. And so the tree held her. And then she stood up, and it was just, I was seeing like just the rocking, kind of like rocking her, moving her, allowing her to move rhythmically with the energy of Willow, with the energy of nature, with the spirit, with the healing. And she did that and can really settle down and feel the tree come in. And the tree was kind of dancing her. And this is all about the ballerina. So I thought it was such a beautiful story of those of you who are dancers. This is like a remedy I feel is really special for people who move, exercise, dance, want to do more of that, need to open to the movement, the rhythm of nature, especially if there's, a lot of energy going on or some, traumas and things. So she's sending us a blessing right now for those who picked two, but also anyone else who's doing this reading or anyone that needs it. And she's, this is an interesting one. She's shown me this a lot. So you can interpret it however you need to, but she's giving you a golden ring, like a wedding ring. And almost every time I connect with her, she shows me this. And I've interpreted to really mean like inner marriage. Can I marry my inner masculine and inner feminine and dance with them both in love? And also, what is my marriage, my partnership, my relationship like with the trees, with her, with Grandmother Willow, with the trees, with the earth, with the night creatures? So she's really happy to bring that forward. So you can explore like what that golden ring means for you, if it does mean anything. But she wanted that to be gifted to whoever resonates with that, so that you can explore what that relationship is, what that marriage, whether that's for yourself, for you and your lover, or your whatever form of marriage or relationship. Because I do believe we are here to heal our relationship with Mother Earth. So that includes really being more aligned with that relationship. All right, that's number 2, the trees. And for those tree lovers, check out my sacred tree mysteries coming up with a free event March 30th. You can learn more below. Put a little plug in there. Number 3. Oh, love it. Land Guardian. I just love this card too. So watch over wild places. So I do a lot of land alchemy, and that is working with all the seen and unseen realms and spirits, fairies, ancestors, different realms of nature, my land alchemy work. And this being is someone that maybe someone you connect with right where you live, like even if you're in an apartment building or a house in a neighborhood or a city, like there is a land guardian. Hopefully they're at work there, or you can connect with them. And so this is a call to begin working with the land where you live. Also, if you do live or are blessed to live in the country or out in the forest or what, you can really work with the wild places. Or if you know a wild place that you want to work with that isn't where you live, by all means. So this is an invitation to open to the guardian. And the guardian can come through many ways, using your intuition, doing meditation. I like to make offerings when I go to the place or be at my land, and just give an offering and ask permission to work with the spirits there, to connect with the land guardian. You can use cornmeal, tobacco, mica, flowers, and then leave that on the earth. Ask that permission. If it feels good, you can proceed, and then ask to connect to the land guardian. And be open. It may not be immediate that you get a message about who to work with, but just be open. It could be, oh my gosh, there's a unicorn here, or a dragon, like here, right? Or a tree that draws you, a physical tree. So it can be a physical or spiritual guardian. It can also be Davic-like, like angelic-like. It could be a fairy queen. It could be a troll. It could be like an ancestor or a spirit, an indigenous spirit from the place, or it could be a few. And so just be open. You could bring your journal. You could ask in your dream time. You can do meditation, go out on the land, whatever ways that you like to work. Just make that connection and ask for what they want to communicate with to you. And it may be that they want something to happen there, or they just want that loving connection. It may be they want to help you. There's lots of different reasons why they want to connect, but I would say that this is a big call. And also, if it feels like there's some bothersome energies, like I do land alchemy clearing, energy clearing, and work with ghosts and spirits and historic imprints. So you can learn more below too. But I would encourage opening to honor the land, connect with the spirit, and really allow that relationship to bloom. This is a really key time this year and this spring, and it's a perfect time to kind of open the doorway. And then the one other thing they want me to mention is that a beautiful way to connect with the land guardians, once you kind of make a connection, there might be a place you can ask, is there a place where connection is easier, where there's an earth portal, or there's an energy that's very receptive that can help you connect more easily to the land spirits here on the place where you are. And then just like allow yourself to be led. This can be in a meditation or out on the land, either way. And just sort of let your body move. You can even ask the gnomes to guide you to where this location is. And then create an altar, and using natural materials, flowers, the stones that are around there, pine cones or leaves, anything that's there, just make a beautiful altar that's an honoring to the land guardian, to the spirits of the land, to Mother Earth, and just you can leave beautiful offerings there, or you can put crystals there. You can decorate it at different times. You can pray there. So this spring, is the perfect time to kind of set up your land altar and then begin working with it. And the more you work with it, the stronger it will get. Like the stronger the energy is there. So it becomes its own portal, and it becomes a place where it'll be much easier to connect as you practice, as you go there, as you spend time, as you ask, and definitely ask, and say it out loud so they can hear you. Yeah, they're excited. I can see a lot of magic coming from that one, from all these really. So here we go. This is our solstice reading. And we have some nighttime energy, some tree energy, some land. So I can see this is a real invitation to go within, to move into your inner landscape, your intuition, your love and care, quietness, creativity. Spend time with Willow, the water, the trees, and the land guardians. And so what a beautiful way to ground yourself, to get clear, to have support making decisions, to move into this beautiful blooming energy, and also to allow the processing Yeah, I can see the water here with the moon too, like emotional processing, integration, just to support you through everything. Because as beautiful as it is that we're opening and all this new light is pouring in, what happens is it kind of kicks out the old and that can surface. So it's sort of that dance that the willow can support you with. And as we know, willow's sometimes known for like the weeping willow, like going under there and having a sacred place to cry. So I think, in all the spaces of joy, there's also lots of spaces of grief as we move through and loss. So giving yourself space to cry and giving yourself space to dance and feel joy. I notice grief and joy are very close together. So happy spring, happy equinox. Have a really beautiful season, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. And don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. And if you are interested in working with me, my website is camillablossom.com. Thanks.